Hi guys, in this video let us learn about the pistil, megasporangium and embryo sac. Okay, about the pistil, megasporangium and about the embryo sac. So this is the continuation of my previous video, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Under this, in the previous video we saw about the pollen, the microsporangium, the structure, all these things. Here we are going to learn about the female reproductive part, the pistil, the megasporangium, the embryo sac. So let us see one by one. Okay, pistil. So the female part of the flower is called gynoecium. Okay, commonly known as the pistil. So this is the female reproductive part of the flower. The pistil. If it is single, it's called monocarpellary. Okay, monocarpellary means single pistil. Multi or many. Supposing there are many pistils in a flower, it's called multicarpellary. If it is only single, it's called monocarpellary. Right. Supposing if all the carpels are united, okay, see. Carpels united is syncarpous. Syn means united. Carpels free. They are called apocarpus. So united carpels are called syncarpous. Carpels free, they are called apocarpus. Okay. Actually, the pistil will be like this. Okay. The structure of pistil. This is called stigma. This is called style. This is called ovary. Stigma is the landing platform for all the pollen grains. All the pollen grains will come and land on the stigma. And this pathway is called the style. It is a long, slender style. And this broad portion, basal portion, is called the ovary. Okay. So, in this ovary, there will be cavity. They are also called cavity or locules. Okay, it is inside the locules. Locules or cavity. The ovules are present along with the placenta. In 11th, we must have studied that the arrangement of ovules inside the placenta. That's called placentation. Okay, so ovules are present here in the placenta, right? So we saw about the structure of pistil. Now let us see about the megasporangium. So we have going to learn about the megasporangium structure. Okay. So the ovule is said to be the megasporangium. The ovule is said to be the megasporangium. Now we are going to learn about the structure of megasporangium or ovule. Structure of megasporangium or ovule. See here. Okay. Now I am drawing the structure of an ovule. Okay. Just a minute. So this is the structure of an ovule. See, the ovule has two protective covering called integuments. These are called integuments. The integuments are protective in function. Okay, it is the outer integument, this is the inner integument. There are two integuments, they are protective in function. Okay, and the next, this region, okay, this is called the nucellus. So nucellus has a mass of cells with reserve food materials. So that will be useful for the embryo sac. Okay, so the nucellus is the tissue that provides nutrition. Okay, it is a mass of cells having reserve food materials. Right, and this one in the center is the embryo sac. Okay, this opening is called the micropyle. This broad end opposite to micropyle is called chelacell end. Okay, and the ovule has a stalk. This is called funicle. And this area, okay, the ovule, this embryo sac is fused with the stalk. This particular region is called hilum. Okay, this entire embryo sac and the integument, they are fused to the stalk, and this particular region is called hilum. This stalk is called funicle. Okay, so this is the structure of an ovule. This is the embryo sac surrounded by nucellus, the nutritive tissue, then two integuments protective in function. This one is the micropylar end through which the pollen tube will enter. This is the chelacell end. So that is about the structure of an ovule. Structure of an ovule, right? Yes. Now let us see about megasporogenesis. Nothing but formation of megaspore, okay, from megaspore mother cell. The formation of megaspore from megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis, right? And this is formed due to meiosis division. Okay, we all know that meiosis is reduction division. So after meiosis, the megaspores are produced. Actually, 4 megaspores will be produced. Most of the flowering plants, out of the 4, 3 will disintegrate. 3 megaspores will disintegrate. and there is only one megaspore which is functional. So one will be functional. Okay. Okay. So there is only one functional megaspore. As the embryo sac is now, we can call it as female gametophyte. Okay. The embryo sac, as it develops from a single megaspore, it's also called monosporic development. Okay, monosporic development. Because it develops from a single megaspore, so it's also known as monosporic development, right? Now we'll see the structure of the embryo sac. So that functional megaspore will undergo mitotic divisions. Okay, actually this formation of embryo sac will take place in the micropylar region. Okay, will take place in the micropylar region. Okay, and so the megaspore will undergo mitotic division and initially it takes place in the micropylar region. This will give rise to three different things. Two nucleate stage, four nucleate stage, and till this it is free mitotic division. That is, no cell wall will be formed, no cross walls will be formed. Till that the nuclear division is free. When it comes to 8 nucleate stage, after this 8 nucleate stage only, cell walls will be formed. Till then, till fourth nucleate stage, the divisions are very free enough. No cell walls will be formed. Cell walls arise only in the 8 nucleate stage. Now we'll see the embryo sac having 8 nucleate stage. Okay. Right. So these are called antipodals. These are called polar nuclei. This is egg cell. These are called synergids. And these finger-like projections at the bottom, these are called filiform apparatus. Okay, and this is the chalasalin. This portion is the micropylar end. This is the structure of 8 nucleate embryo sac. Okay, you can see the egg apparatus in the micropylar end. There is one large single egg and that is supported by 2 synergids. And at the bottom there are filiform apparatus. Actually, this filiform apparatus will help in forwarding the pollen tube and the nuclei into the egg cell. So it helps in the movement of the pollen tube. Okay, and on the chalasalin we have 3 antipodals, right? And this is called the central cell. Okay, polar nuclei area is also called the central cell. So you can either call it as the 1, 2, 3 egg apparatus 3 cells, antipodal 3 cells 6, and this one large central cell as 7 cell. You can also call it as a 7 celled stage, or you can call it as 8 nucleate stage. When you calculate the nuclei, it is 8. When you calculate the cells, it will be 7. Either a 8 nucleate stage or 7 cell stage. So this is the embryo cell. This is the structure of embryo cell. Okay. Yes, with that, we'll come to the end of this session. Actually, I informed about the pistil, the megasporangium, and the female gametophyte. So in my next video, let us talk about the pollination, fertilization, and the other aspects. Hope you like my video. Please do share and subscribe. Thank you.